at 707-881-7363. Come and enjoy.
WHPR TV is now on Channel 90. Check out all of your favorite morning talk shows on Comcast Channel 90 every day from 7 a.m. to 12 noon, and watch us anytime, day or night, on all of your favorite devices. Download the WHPR TV Now app and take us with you wherever you go. WHPR TV is now on Comcast Channel 90 every day from 7 a.m. till noon. WHPR TV, a Watkins Broadcasting Company.
I think Wayne County Community College District is the perfect place for any student.
We are all a big melting pot and sharing different experiences.
Everyone was like really friendly and they're like giving you their time.
I know someone here will always be there to support me.
Arminalda Carrick, Bosnia.
Sandra Gonzalez, Mexico.
Minhas Jakia, Bangladesh.
Dennis Carrick, Bosnia and Herzegovina.
You're watching Detroit's own WHPR TV. Detroit Live.
Hi, this is Billy E. Jones, Talk Beat Jones. You can watch me 24 hours a day, 7 days a week on WHPR TV 33 Now app. Download our free app at WHPR TV Now.
Sundays, 8:30 a.m. Eastern. You're watching WHPS, Highland Park, Detroit. The views and opinions expressed on the following show are not necessarily the views and opinions of WHPS, its affiliates, management, or sponsors.
To go anywhere because this is the Talk Beat Jones and I want to welcome everyone for this particular beautiful day. Welcome to be with me. I am Billy E. Jones, and this is the Talk Beat Jones. And I want you to talk to your friends. Let them know to call us, talk to us. This is the program that you're going to be able to talk and give us the truth, and you'll receive the truth when you're with the Billy E. Jones Talk Beat Jones. I want to thank Mr. Henry Tyler, H.T., for bringing you the program. He's the producer, director, engineer. Actually, he's the person that will pop me upside my head if I don't do it right. That's Mr. Henry Tyler, the president and the trainer of all persons here at the station. Thank you, Mr. Tyler. Well, family, once again, we want to let you know the telephone numbers are 868. Let's do it the right way, Billy. 313-868-0342. You call that particular number and it will roll over. Want you to know that this is on the RJ's Watch Party. That's right, on the RJ's Watch Party. Tell your friends, tune in to the Watch Party and spread the party. Spread the party. Don't keep it to yourself. Have other folks watch us with you on RJ's Watch Party. And again, Billy E. Jones, the Talk Beat Jones Show, we're on the air every Sunday from 8:30 in the morning until 10 a.m. every Sunday. And there is a rebroadcast of the program on Sunday nights from 8 until 9:30. And there are other times, of course, we'll rebroadcast throughout the week as well. And don't forget, TV 33 is on the air, cable Cable Channel 90, 7 to 12. That's Monday through Sunday. So tell your friends. They can watch us on cable as well. Roku box, Amazon, Apple, that Fire Stick, all of it. YouTube, Facebook, you can watch us. Tell your friends. All right, once again, this is the Billy E. Jones, Talk Beat Jones. I want to wish all of my friends and family a very wonderful, blessed day. So let's get started. Right now, I want to go into, let's see, I have someone on the phone. Hello?
Yes, hello.
Who am I speaking with? Hello?
This is Mary.
Mary?
Yes.
Last name?
Barber from Oakland, California.
Oh, Mary Bugs? Mary Barber?
Mary Barber.
Okay, that's why I needed you to give me that last name because, you know, we got that Mary Bugs also, and we don't want you to get confused. All right? Hold on, please.
Okay.
So, family, hey, bro, want to let you understand this. You have to be careful where you are when you're waiting to park. If you're waiting to park and there's a white woman sitting there adjusting her makeup or her hair or doing twiddlywinks, and you're thinking that she's coming out of that parking spot and you're looking, you're just sitting there watching, waiting for her to come out the parking spot, guess what? That white woman could pick up her cell phone, call the police, and tell the police that you are sitting there watching her menacingly. She don't know what you want to do to her. And guess what? The police will show up. Now you got a problem. So brothers, be careful where you are and what city or what state you are when you decide to wait for a white woman to come out of a parking spot. For those who know, you know what I'm talking about. Also, some of you team players, there is a report that there was a white woman that brothers on a team had the jerseys on, selling for candy and going door to door. And this white woman had them spread eagled on the ground. How? She had the gun on them. Had the gun on them. Hi, Mr. 45, 46. Is he 45, 46? He's the Trump man. He is the alpha man. He is the Don. Not just Donald Trump, he is the Don. Ask the congresswomen who wanted to go across to another country. Don said no. I have told you before, Donald is putting together all types of friendships with these other presidents and czars and whoever else they may be all around the world. You got to be very, very careful in watching what Donald Trump is doing in putting together his friendships. He has a plan. He has a plan. You're looking at him preparing to run for this election that he believes he has in the pocket. He has it in his pocket. He believes. Now, we can keep talking about he's stupid, he's a racist, and all of these other particulars. But tell me, is that going to get him out? Will that get him out of the office? I'm going to pose that question shortly, but that's just something I'm trying to get you to understand, family. We have a real serious, sincere problem in America. And we have a leader that's throwing out, he don't have to throw out dog whistles anymore. That's not even what he has to do. His base is already energized. He got folks, it's like when they put together what they call sleeper cells, Donald Trump has his sleeper cells that he don't have to send out dog whistles anymore. There's keywords, and they're ready to go into action. Ready to go into action. You know, speaking of going into action, why don't we do this? Why don't I bring on a guest this morning to the Billy E. Jones Talk Beat Jones show? And so let's get ready to welcome Mr. Otis Mathis early in the program this morning. How about that? Otis, how are you?
Yes, good morning. How are you doing to your listening audience also?
Oh, great, sir. Great, sir. Want to welcome you to the program this morning. And is there any opening thoughts that you have for the family?
Yes, one thing I learned in these last couple of weeks about City of Detroit Park and Recreation Center, and maybe the residents in the City of Detroit have not noticed, but they are forcing volunteers that had been doing Little League baseball and Little League sports out of the parks and recreation centers. And when I found out, I was at a party in Mexican Town, and you know, I'm from Southwest, and actually the party is in African Town, 48217. So I was on Verner, and some young Latinos told me that not only the volunteers at the parks and recs, but even at the nonprofits, they went to a meeting and found out that they're giving all those Little League sports to the churches. That means funding from there and funding from the foundations.
But basically, when you're saying this, are you saying that money is being given to other folks to do what?
To house the Little League sports. Normally they've been in, even when my children were little, and before that, my baby 43, they were housed at the recreation centers and parks in your neighborhood. So now when they start giving them to the churches, that means you got to figure out transportation. If there's not a church in my neighborhood that's been selected, that means the kids in African Town need to find a way to get to it.
Okay, but Otis, there's also the process of they're talking about now that the baseball has gotten to be expensive because these pony leagues and little leagues, etc., even some of the schools, they have to pay to play.
Yeah, but they only had to pay in, like at Kimney Recreation Center, $25, and that covers the cost of the referees also.
But what about the shirts, the mittens, I mean the gloves?
That all comes in African Town with the $25.
No, we're not talking about just African Town at this point. I mean, I'm going to come back to African Town, and I don't want to just center on African Town at this point, because I was listening, and I was hearing that there is a general situation of these folks with money taking over, as you were speaking about, these recreational type teams and players that would have been playing, who could have played but now can't afford to play in different parts, different communities now.
Well, I don't know about that because I'm more focused on my community. And matter of fact, the Little League, Mike Slack, who've been doing to him and his wife Pat for several years now, since the World War II generations, and they're part of the Generation Xers, they have now moved their program. Well, they were doing it over in Ecorse, City of Ecorse, and City of River Rouge, so they're no longer doing it in our neighborhood. Matter of fact, another Daryl Boyd, they forced him out, and he's upset. He came to me because they told me he couldn't even come in the recreation center, and that's before I received the knowledge what was going on. So in your community, when your kids are not able to play, you're talking about transportation is an issue. Seem like we get uniforms for the $25, or parents buy extra things for their children, extra bags, but all kids get to play that want to play.
You're talking about in African Town.
Well, that shouldn't be in African because Skillman funded them.
Well, I mean, what I'm speaking of, I was listening to a radio station, and station that you've called, other folks have called, and the process was the person and the host was speaking about the cost that's now associated with baseball, especially because he said baseball used to be everybody played baseball. But now it has gotten to the point where young folks that don't have the money, in many cases, can't get out and play the baseball. So you're saying that in your area, and let's go back and focus on your area, and let you continue speaking about the focus that you have, because I'm often talking about family that, you know, we get spread around so often looking at everybody else that we forget about looking right in our own neighborhood. So, Mr. Otis Mathis, pick up where you was going there.
I agree with you. You need to look in your own neighborhood because you need to find out, and especially we go back as baby boomers and how we had those large Little League baseball. We had a lot of volunteers, especially from the World War II generation. But you need to look in your own neighborhood. Find out more. A lot of the kids now are playing those video games and not playing. Don't let someone sit, even myself, sit on any radio or television station and tell you that you need to do your own investigation. Because what you may find out, like in one time in our neighborhood, we emptied out pretty much of children.
Okay.
So then our little leagues decreased in numbers, so we started having, instead of 10 leagues, 2 leagues.
Okay.
So you got to be careful on that when they say the cost. Skillman, Kresge, and them funded. Why would they stop funding your community little leagues and start funding these new church things that Duggan and them's putting together? So you do got to look, and don't let someone tell you the kid's not playing, because you may find out that you're a senior citizen neighborhood now. And then the kids that's coming up that are still there are playing video games in their homes or online, so they're not playing Little League. So don't be bamboozled. But the kids that want to play, if you find out there's not a child that cannot get, well, the uniforms come with your fee, but can't get the extras, you know, like the daddy might bring or the parents might bring 2 extra bats and extra gloves so you can play first base, you know, but that's additional money of those who have some additional resources or are dedicated. They don't necessarily have additional resources. This has been dedicated to the children.
Now,
so watch what you hear and say until you see where the money is going.
Okay, got that. So now you have been attending and have attended and have focused and watched some things that's going on with the Charter Commission, Charter Commission Review Board members. What is your overall thought of what's going on there?
Well, when I was asked to participate in that, and I sit on the a volunteer committee called Equity, Planning, and Zoning. So, and I attend most except for the 4th Saturday, but they don't even have 4 Saturdays anymore.
And I want you to go back and explain why they don't have that as well.
Well,
not now, but continue.
Okay, and so what I found out going through the Charter Commission, because I was around for 2012, and it wasn't like this. But then I started noticing something. There were a few people that people in the community, the citizens, thought they would vote for or would support them. Come find out, 2 of them decided to switch over to what they call the Duggan and Dan Gilbert's team, so it's now a 6-3 vote.
Yes.
Another thing I found out at this last Charter Commission Tuesday, because they now have it at the Coleman A. Young Center, and people said, you know, you disenfranchising the residents, so now they decided the chair is to come up with 75 to 100 free parking tickets instead of going into the community. It's discouraged citizens from showing up.
Now, with that, and kind of jump with me if you would, please. I want you to stay where you are. 75 tickets for parking at the where?
At the Coleman A. Young Center downtown.
And when they started having those meetings in the community, they were averaging almost 300 or 400 people coming to those meetings, correct?
Right.
The last meeting that was held, can you give the audience, the family members, a basic idea how many folks that you felt was there, maybe?
About 50.
About 50. So why, in your estimation, do you feel, let me do this, go back to where you were, and I'll come to that question, which was, why do you think that the citizens have stopped coming to the charter meetings?
Well, they only stopped coming since they've been downtown. The last one had about 300-400. If you saw the video, but this, not the last one prior to this one, but this one is because people saying they're coming down there, they're paying these fees. Some paying $20 fees in the evening, and they're on fixed income.
Okay.
And so they can't afford to come downtown. And the reason is they set it up, those 6 Dan Gilbert, Mike Duggan team, to discourage. Because the question is, if you got, like the chair, if you got 70,000 people that voted for you, then why you can't get 7 people who voted for you to be coming to the Charter Commission? It's 99% black also.
Can I answer that question? If I have the people with the power behind me, and the people that vote are with me, they don't have to come to the meetings to get their work done. That's why they put me there. I'm talking about the persons that was put there. I'm doing their work. They don't have to come to the meetings. It is the folks who are trying to do the right things that are coming to the meetings and believe in a fair and just system. as you mentioned before, it's a 6-3 in terms of where the Charter Commission is, the lines are broken down. 3 for the people, 6 for the other folk. So they know that they have the winning hand. So why do I have to come down and spend my time in a meeting that I already got the Jack of Spades already in there?
I agree with you, and initially it started out 5 for the people and 4 for Mike Duggan. And then 2, somehow, whatever way it switched over. I know reason why Jones switched over from Osborne community, just because of the speaker he had at the last meeting, and I kept hollering out, what does this got to do with the charter? It got to do with him making money.
Why do you think he, kind of take your time and explain, why do you think there's a Commissioner Jones, not Billy Jones? I want you to know I'm Billy E. Jones of Talk B. Jones, and he's not talking about this Jones. Help him out. Help me out now, somebody.
No, I'm not talking about Billy Jones.
Okay. So which Jones are you talking about?
I can't think of
Quincy?
Quincy, right, yes.
And so what, in your estimation, do you feel why Quincy is on the other side?
Because initially people thought he was for the people and
Yes.
voted him in, and then he switched. I think because he sits on and worked for
Hold on, Mary.
sits on and worked for nonprofits, community development corporations, and the Osborne is funded by those big nonprofits.
Okay.
And that pays his salary. I think you get him an opportunity to get land, and when they develop it, he would benefit and his family would benefit, because a person, he chairs the neighborhood committee. And then he had Wayne Westland and another person, I can't think of her name, because she said she was with environmental justice, and then come find out she owned a private company. And the funders now, Kresge, Skillman, and others, 4 foundations, they don't want to fund cities and schools. They want to fund nonprofits, and they want collaboration. So I think he was proving that, and to them, he had a collaboration and to continue to help their organization get money to pay his salary.
Now we have one other flip. And I want the family to remember that we had the 4 commissioners on Talk B. Jones as they were running, and they were for the people, including Ms. Tracy Peters, who is now considered the other side. It's considered she's on the other side, and she is the treasurer. So what is it about faking the people out, knowing that you're going to do this? Because this seems to have been underhanded from the very beginning.
Right, and from me being born and raised going on, it's November, 65 years in Southwest Detroit, we have saw that happen with Southwest Solution, Southwest Business, formerly Ecumenical Project Save, it's bridging communities. I've sat on there, and primarily the only African American since probably 1980 on several of those boards, and now we got some baby boomers who are retired from African Town that's starting to cross the river and sit on there. So we're easily being faked. I know when not Joe Gardino, when I can't think of his name, downriver billionaire on the Heritage paper, when he called me in when they tried to have a black developer develop in Wyandotte, I think, $1 billion development, the largest in the country at that time. So they asked me to come in and sit in. And when those white folks down there, because downriver was primary white, and when they came in the Yak Center, and those brothers and sisters walked in dashikis, and elected officials who was getting money from the billionaire, for their campaigns, stuck with him, when the folks screamed, and they voted all of them out the next election. See, we don't do that. But Wyandotte, and they knew now, the new elected persons running for office, if you looking out for them, just like what's the name from Oakland County just passed away, L. Brooks Patterson.
L. Brooks Patterson. I wish that in Detroit, I'm going to say this real quickly, I was hoping and wishing that we had a black L. Brooks Patterson.
I do too. I do too.
We would not have the problems that we have if we had a black L. Brooks Patterson. As much as we don't like him, and the white folks loved him, folk, believe this, if we had a person that would have that same attitude, and if he hadn't went to jail, Kwame, we would be a whole lot further ahead. Go ahead, sir.
Yeah, and Hans Proctor was the person I was thinking about from the downriver billionaire. He used to put the sunroofs and convertibles on before the factories themselves did it. That's how he became a billionaire. So even with all his money, the citizens of that community voted against the elected officials and voted almost 90% of them out. Taught the next group coming along, you listen to us, not the money. We don't do that.
So as we are complaining, etc., you are saying to us that if we collectively actually got out and voted, we would have the power. People are always speaking about people power, but you're finding out that it's money power, because you see, the folks with the money, they work together. But us as people, we're too scattered. Everybody's hollering about people power, and everybody works for us. But who is us? Who is us? If you can't come together as a collective body, who is us? That becomes the question, family. So we have to understand, as Mr. Otis Mathis just got through explaining and showing, that if you got together and voted, if there's folks on the council, if there's folks doing things, if there's folks running for office, that you know have a potential to flip, that you know are not right. I don't care what their last name is. I don't care what the family persons are. I don't care who the best friends are. Are you investigating? Are you truly vetting those people? Why is it that we put folks in office and then we find out, we made a mistake again? Why is it that our city council folks that are that's on the council now, prior, we had folks on the radio, Major Queen, telling us that there was a council person who was strongly in office now, that she wouldn't vote for dog catcher. Now you don't hear any particular persons really vying about what our council persons are doing or they're not doing. We hear about what's not going on in their district. But who is taking the responsibility for what is not happening in those districts? Good morning to you. I want you to stay with me, okay? Good morning to you. I want you to stay with me, okay?
Okay.
And family, I want you to stay with WHPR, WHPS, because what we're going to do is do nothing but bring you nothing but the best, the truth. They say the truth will set you free. Lies will get you confused. They will bamboozle you. But the truth will set you free. And with that, we're going to take a little truth break and take some time to get ready to come and talk with you on WHPS, where we go all around the world on TV 33 with Billy E. Jones, the Talk Beat Jones. Mr. T, you ready, sir? All right. Stay there and continue to watch WHPS. You wouldn't have to go anywhere because this is the Talk Beat Jones. And
You're watching WHPS, Highland Park, Detroit. You can have your own party on TV. Party with R.J. Watkins and the TV 33 family when you hold your own Facebook watch party. Connect all your friends with our friends, and we can have a watch party together. Watch your favorite TV shows when you want, how you want, with your favorite people. Here's how it works. Log on to Facebook from your computer or tablet and go to the R.J. Watkins fan page at facebook.com/TV33WHPR. The one with the blue WHPR logo on the left. Like us. Click the word videos with the red tag that says live next to it. Then click the share button at the bottom of the video player and select start a watch party. Invite whoever you want. Your party will be recorded and archived for playback anytime you want. 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. At the end of the month, the viewer that has the most people at their watch party will be invited on the TV show live. Come on, let's have a party.
They argued on the play. He said, no, that's mine. So they sharing it. Thank you.
Once again, and every week. Bon appetit. Good as hell, man.
Cause support right there, brother Lee.
To the bone, it was good. Bad to the bone.
Bad to the bone.
Good to the bone.
That's good as that.
Come on, get the chicken.
That's it. Yeah, come get the chicken.
You're watching Detroit's own WHPR TV. Detroit Live.
Hi, this is Billy E. Jones, Talk Beat Jones. You can watch me 24 hours a day, 7 days a week on WHPR TV 33 Now app. Download our free app at WHPR TV Now.
Sundays, 8:30 a.m. Eastern.
This is the Talk Beat Jones, and I am Billy Jones. I want to invite you to listen, to watch, and to participate every Sunday from 9 to 10 a.m. That's right, from 9 to 10 a.m. That's the Talk Beat Jones, and I am Dr. Talk. Make sure you tune in every Sunday from 9 to 10 a.m. That's Talk Beat Jones. Remember, tell your friends. Talk Beat Jones, we're now on Sundays from 9 to 10 a.m.
WHPR TV is now on Channel 90. Check out all of your favorite morning talk shows on Comcast Channel 90 every day from 7 a.m. to 12 noon, and watch us anytime, day or night, on all of your favorite devices. Download the WHPR TV Now app and take us with you wherever you go. WHPR TV is now on Comcast Channel 90 every day from 7 a.m. till noon. WHPR TV, a Watkins Broadcasting Company.
Has age finally caught up with you? Do you have high blood pressure, diabetes, or kidney disease? Well, look and feel younger today. We discovered a new product that promotes appearance and joint issues by the way of collagen, HA, and other super ingredients, without injections. This product will significantly improve joint mobility, help with high blood pressure, kidney disease, and diabetes. It'll also help your skin as well. Call us now at 706-319-0255 or 313-885-4321.
The views and opinions expressed on the following show are not necessarily the views and opinions of WHPS, its affiliates, management, or sponsors.
You wouldn't have to go anywhere because this is the Talk Beat Jones, and
All right. Family,
I want to welcome you to the Billy E. Jones Talk Beat Jones show. Call your friends and let them know right now. Get ready to get on the telephone and call me at 313-868-0342, 313-868-0351, 313-868-4336. You say, Billy, you went through it fast, and you're always telling people, slow it down, slow it down. Well, I'm not worried about that because at some point the numbers will be on the screen as well. But family, if there's something on your mind, some things that you need to speak on, you want to call Billy E. Jones, Talk Beat Jones, and let's talk and send your message, your conversation all around the world. But right about now, I want to do this. I want to get ready to bring in some folk. Let's see who I have here. Hello, family. How are you doing?
Pretty good, and you?
Oh, real good, real good. Is this you?
It's Rusty.
Rusty who?
Rusty Jackson.
Remember, Russ, you got new people listening to you all the time, people from around the world, different time zones, just waking up. Some people going to bed. And they saying, Rusty, what is Rusty? It's Rusty Jackson, y'all, of Oakland, California. Hold on, Russ.
All right.
And who do I have here on the phone again? Hello?
Mary Barber. Mary Barber.
Mary Barber of Oakland, California. And Mary Barber, what is it that you're going to want to talk about today?
I'm calling to talk about the San Francisco sauce.
Oh, yeah. Okay, well, you hold on with that because we're going to talk about that San Francisco sauce. Then I mentioned that I was watching and I saw the chef, the personal chef for Snoop Dogg, was preparing Snoop Dogg's food. And what was he raving about? He was raving about what's the name of that sauce?
The San Francisco sauce.
The San Francisco sauce. Okay, so I'll let you talk about that. Hold on just a minute, okay? And family, who am I speaking to this particular time?
Sunday, this is Theo Broten.
Yes, Theo.
Good research.
Okay, Theo, hold on, please. Thank you. And family, let us get ready to bring you live, uncut, no chaser, singularly lasered, focused with all of that. Actually, having to teach me some things off the air that I didn't know. So you could do it too. All you got to do is call me. But right about now, let's bring on Otis. You there?
Yes.
Okay, let's bring on Mr. Otis Mathis here, and let's get ready to ramble. Ramble or rumble? I think it's rumble.
Right.
Yeah, rumble. We're going to get ready to rumble. And Theo?
Yes.
What's on your mind real quickly?
Oh, just wanted to share with you that this coming Tuesday, there's going to be a celebration, a premiere of a movie here in the city of Detroit at the Bel Air Theater. And I just called to tell everybody to walk the red carpet with good research. The name of the movie is Mirror, Mirror. And it's going to be at the Bel Air Theater. Doors open at 6. Movie starts at 7.
Okay.
And it's a drama. And those who like dramas and enjoy that, the actors will be here. You get an opportunity to talk to them, meet them, after the film is concluded.
Oh, okay. So Theo, they can watch your program Monday, and
Yes.
you can give them the complete information about the movie and the setting, because you'll be on Monday and the movie will come out on a Tuesday.
Right.
Okay,
I'll
so
be
we can get all the inside information by watching Theo's show on Monday, folks, on TV 33. Okay, Theo.
From 9 a.m. to 10:30 tomorrow.
From 9 to 10:30?
9 a.m. until 10:30, yes.
Okay. You want to hold on, or you?
Yes, sure.
Okay. Actually, Theo,
Mm.
was there something else that you wanted to add to that?
Well, I just wanted to talk about the Avenue of Fashion.
The Avenue
What's
of-
going on in the city.
Okay, hold on, please. You know, Mr. Mathis.
Yes.
It's interesting to hear that there are things going on with the African Town. Is it the African Town?
African Town 48217, acronym AT-4.
Now, I noticed that when you speak on the African Town, you always give out the zip code. Why is that?
Because so you know where the boundaries are.
Now, here we go. without taking the whole show, I'm not familiar with being able to identify areas by zip code. And I'm sure there are many other folks that cannot identify areas by zip code. Give me a small snippet of the area surrounding the place that is African Town so we have a greater idea where it is.
I guess for me being in school now since 2011, Google is very popular with the young people. So when you pull up 48217, it will give you the boundaries. But the boundaries is a lot of people, especially African Americans, when they was going on a vacation down south, when they came up on 75 past Springwells, they thought they were out of Detroit, but there were 2 more exits, Schaefer and Outer Drive. There's no streets to go into what I call the 8 blocks of Detroit on the other side of the Rouge River. You got to come through Dearborn, Melvindale, Lincoln Park, Ecorse, River Rouge, across the Rouge River to come into African Town.
Okay, so that's for those family members out there who don't want to use Google, may want to use, I forgot, mine is, I forgot her name. I forgot her name.
That's funny.
Yeah. But she's, I don't know. It's on the phone, and I know it's a lady. So, but I'm like you. I'll pass her up and go to Google.
You can do any one of those searches. I'm just familiar with Google more.
Now, when we hear the conversation that I'm going to bring Rusty in, well, Rusty?
Yes.
What's on your mind, Mr. Rusty Jackson of Oakland, California?
Confusion.
Confusion. Wait.
Confusion.
Wait, let me do this. Ball of confusion. Ball of confusion.
Hello, how you doing, Rusty? Otis Mathis.
Eddie Kendricks.
Huh?
I said, all right, Eddie Kendricks.
Well, you're in Motown, baby boy.
You know, I hear a lot of people, man, knocking Jay-Z for the deal that he cut with the NFL.
Okay.
Okay, now he's supposed to be doing live entertainment for all the teams, including the Super Bowl, and he's also supposed to be addressing some social justice issues. Why are we knocking him before he gets a chance? People are like, well, he didn't demand that Cap gets a chance to play. Well, listen, we all agree that Cap should be playing.
Hey, hold on, Rusty, hold on.
Yes.
To those folks that are talking about he didn't give Cap a chance to play, let us remember, and help me out, Rusty, if I'm wrong on this, but Cap took a buyout.
No. He took a settlement to the collusion case.
That's what I meant when I say a buyout. Some people call it a sellout. I call it a buyout.
Yeah.
Because he dropped his situation with them because he did what?
He took a settlement to the collusion case.
He took a settlement. And so why is it that if Jay-Z, who had been a part owner of the Nets basketball team, and if he is a prominent businessman, and I come from the book, The Spook Who Sat by the Door. Now, if he is going to be the spook...
Hold on, Billy Jones, hold on.
Huh?
I know it's Sunday, but I didn't know you was preaching this morning.
But I'm just saying, I'm going to let you come back, but I'm just saying to those folks kind of got my gall a little bit, is that he has to be inside to help make a change. If we didn't like the entertainment, then he will be helping them to direct and will bring in some of his artists to give us the type of entertainment that's going to make it feel good, look good, and be palatable to us. If there are systems that they are doing in terms of rules and things that are not good for the players, not good for us as people who are patrons of the game, he has to be on the inside to make the change. Now, I'm going to shut up and let you speak. And we've got Otis Mathis here and see if Otis can say something too. But you good right now. Go right ahead.
Well, no, I agree with you that you have to be on the inside. But you know what? We need a strategy that we got to have people on the inside and the outside.
Yes.
One of my thoughts is that one of the things that made Martin Luther King Jr. so successful is that Malcolm offered a viable, radical alternative. And because he offered a viable, radical alternative, the mainstream wanted to deal with Martin because they were afraid of Malcolm.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, well, we needed Jay-Z on the inside, pushing from the inside, trying to make things better, and we still got to have some folks on the outside threatening to boycott football, you know, and not support watching games on TV and all of those kind of things so that the league becomes real. Let me make a second point. 45, the accident in the White House, had the unmitigated
wait, did you say the
accident?
Hey, Rusty, did you say the accident in the White House?
The accident in the White House. I refuse to denigrate the office of president by giving him that title.
Okay.
But 45 called all the brothers in the NFL that took a knee sons of bitches. Excuse me, FCC.
No, hold on. Let me be very clear. Let me be very clear to all the folks that's listening and my callers waiting as well as my guests. On this program and on this station, to the best of my understanding of knowledge, we are not in a position to allow what they call cursing. I don't know if that's called cursing that you just placed, but we cannot cuss. The program goes out live, so we can't edit that out. But we cannot cuss. Why? Because it means that potentially we set the station up for a big fine. So we have to operate with the discipline to know that we are under guidelines, and if the guidelines are broken on my show, then that means that I may be taken off the air because I'm not overseeing the content of my program. So,
okay, let me say this, Billy. I apologize if I walked the line and stepped on the other side, but I've heard that terminology, particularly as it relates to this case, used on CNN.
But this is not CNN, and I said I'm just saying under the rules that we operate, irregardless of what is heard on CNN and other cable stations, other programs, etc. CNN is cable. It's not FCC. So the different radio stations, because I know we have a host that he will cuss at the drop of the but we can't do that. And I want everyone to be clear. Whatever you read or whatever someone is doing on television, otherwise, radio, otherwise, on this station, if a person is going to go through the process of cussing, I will go through taking a step and cut you off. That will not be
okay. No problem. Let me make my point. And again, I apologize.
Yes, sir. It's good.
He called all those brothers SOBs, and he's been telling people American jobs for Americans. When have you heard him say anything about all of the Europeans that have been brought into the National Basketball Association and taken jobs from Americans? When have you heard him say anything about the brothers from the Dominican and Latin American countries that are taking jobs from Americans? It can't be both ways.
But what
and I understand that the game is greater because it's more inclusive. Just like America would be greater if we were more inclusive.
Okay. Now, here's where I am. Otis?
Yes.
Do you have a jump in on this?
Well, for me, if my son received a scholarship to Illinois State for football, and one of the largest from Southwestern High School back in the day, I was never really into sports other than with my children. And my thing, if I can't own a team, I don't buy its paraphernalia, I don't watch it. But you do got to have people on the inside to get information to you on the outside. What has made me, and I have to say it, what has made me successful for these last 40 years is that people on the inside will whisper in my ear because, like Rusty said, I was more of a fighter from the outside in public, and they knew I wouldn't give their names out for 40 years. It allowed me to retire at 38 and be very successful. You do need people on the inside. And I don't but sport, that stuff I don't think about. That's a waste of my brain cells.
Okay. So, Rusty.
Yes.
So why, from your perspective, do you feel, and I've been reading it and I've heard it about all the brothers and sisters that are so upset with Jay-Z with this collaboration. So why, in your terms, do you think that this is this just us doing crab in the barrel because he's getting greater, richer, more powerful, or what?
I believe it is, but let's look at what Jay-Z has done with his money. He's put it back in the community. He's been involved in social justice issues. So why can't we give the man a chance? Why can't we embrace him so that the National Football League knows, hey, man, he got the entire black community supporting him. We better listen to what Jay-Z says. But if the community doesn't support him and he makes recommendations, what's the National Football League going to look at and say, oh, well, dang, man, your own people don't support you. We don't need to do this.
Well, here's the other part to that. You do know that President Trump and his billionaire friends will have their own football league. I believe it's going to start this year, 2020.
Yes.
So what the National Football League and the players that were suspended by the NFL per se for this or that, etc., they were able to be signed by the other leagues that were startup leagues. How about that? And President Trump has his people, including the man who owns the WWE, McMahon, has his wife. So I'm off track, right? I'm off track. Let me just say this. Look at the folks that Trump has in his administration have their wives in the administration. And when he has something going on that people don't like, the wives of those folks, Mitch McConnell, etc., guess who they're talking to at night? And tell them, Mitch, if you want to get a little itch, you better do what Donald says. Huh? Do you think that your wife, would have some influence over your decision making?
No question, but I believe Mitch McConnell is a coward, period, end of story.
Okay.
Okay, you've got a majority of the American population that want some type of gun control legislation. You know, how many more tragedies do we have to go through?
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's time to move the agenda forward. People are dying. There's no reason for assault weapons. There's no reason for high-volume magazine clips that allow you to kill 100 people in less than a minute.
Well, what
makes no sense.
Well, what do you think about that some places, including Detroit, Reggie Reg, was trying to get legislation together so that the bullets, you had to register actually to get the bullets to go in these various different guns?
Well, if you got guns, you're going to find a way to get bullets. So I don't know. I'd have to think that through a whole lot more thoroughly. But the bottom line is we need to restrict access to guns, particularly to those who are not mentally stable.
Thank you. Hold on, Russ. Theo.
Yes. Yeah. Can you hear me?
I'm here with Otis Mathis. And the question here is, what is going on with the avenue of fashion?
Well, it seems that gentrification is going on the avenue of fashion. That's Livernois between 6 and 8 Mile Road. There was a concrete wall, I call it, put in the middle of a street.
The median,
and
folks.
Extends a little bit farther than 6 miles going south. But what it did was it discouraged people from.
Theo, you got to speak up. We can't hardly hear you.
Oh, okay. It discouraged people from parking on one side of the street, crossing the street to go to other businesses. So after it was built, the business owners and customers complained and they wanted it taken down. Now it's in the midst of demolition, and the construction company is making a mess because instead of taking down a section at a time and carting it away, they just appear to be taking it down all the way from 8 Mile to 6, and it makes it difficult for people to drive, walk, have access to the stores, etc. The business owners are losing money because of this action, and they don't seem to be getting assistance from the city to correct this kind of, a good word, mess, let's call it that.
Theo, I'm sure that you was listening to the radio because you called in, and they had a representative person from actually the representative from that district, from that area, on the radio.
Your district manager.
Yes, and they went through the understanding that they had invited the business owners for discussions almost 3 years ago concerning this situation, and so this is not something that just fell out the sky. It was discussed with the owners of the businesses there, but the question here again is, what was people thinking if you have all of that concrete that you're going to have to take up, and you know, and you had limited parking as it was. Now you go down there, you can't even go from one side to the other side.
Right.
And so they're talking about, well, maybe we can work out somewhere we can give the business $20,000 on a 5-year loan and repay back only 40%. Well, what about the employees? What would $20,000 do for a business that it's not just the business owner, but what about the employees? We talk about jobs. We talking about folks who can't come to work because the job is not there anymore.
Right.
And even the businesses that are open there, I'm sure have had to cut back the hours of those persons employed.
Right.
But the process, again, is, did they have to tear out all of that? How did they do the work on woodwork? Didn't they tear up the whole woodwork, putting that little toy train in?
Well, one of the things about woodwork, Billy, is that the business owners receive subsidies. Subsidies weren't even talked about. So 3 years ago when they began, did they tell the business owners that they would receive subsidies?
Okay.
They haven't, to date, received a subsidy.
Well, also, one of the owners was on the radio, and apparently he and his brothers seemed to be kind of like big shots over there, and he wanted to put out the word to the people that it's not, and it was not so much this construction, that it was lack of patronage by the people for the businesses in the Avenue of Fashion itself. Even before this construction got started, it has been a lack of patronage from the people, of support of the businesses there, that has caused them to have problems. Now, this is not Billy Jones speaking. This is from the owner of a business, a prominent business in that area.
I remember that.
Yes.
But there's two things. Number one, what kind of advertising did they put out?
Who?
You can pool your resources and get a commercial and have it on WHPR, right?
Well, the thing about
How
that
many
is,
of them advertise there?
well, I think you're hitting, and I'm going to let Otis come in on this one, but that's what I'm speaking on, is that we speak for these companies or for these businesses or for these areas, but the process is that we have this company, this business, this media right here, WHPR, and we understand as a business person, should understand as a business person, that if you're going to be successful, you've got to find a fashion, a way to advertise.
Yes.
And this company, this business, this media business gives you the chance to operate at a very low price and get your business out there. So all of these big people come on talking about we got to do business with black folks, but yet them folks still, and their folks is not doing business with this black media, and everybody know that people want to shut, I'm talking about other folks would like to shut this down so they can take it and have greater access to the urban folk.
Correct.
So,
You are definitely correct.
So that that's happening at the Avenue of Fashion is a tragedy as such, but the strong will survive, the weak will move, and the white folks will move in. Talk, Eldest.
When you tell a joke, then you want me to talk.
Yeah, go ahead, Eldest.
Yeah, and you're right. And you say I go back to African Town because African Town is my focus. I have built buildings as in Cass Quarter before it came Midtown for homeless veterans. It's Pablo Davis senior building on Woodmere, Woodmere and Verner in my neighborhood. But the thing about it is, even when I owned my own business, I only once bought the building because I didn't want to be into.
But what does this have to do?
I'm getting ready to explain.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because we don't have a lot. This television.
Okay.
We don't have a lot of time to go through.
So what I learned when I bought my building, I didn't like owning the building because of the upkeep and things. So when you look at the living noise from 8 Mile to 6 Mile, a lot of those properties the African Americans was leasing. Who were they leasing them from? Probably primary white owners. The Jewish Vocational Service in 2016 gave us a grant to study 75 from Outer Drive to 8 Mile, and I was telling people over there off of 8 Mile and 75, white folks are coming in, moving in your neighborhood. They said no. That means they're not going door to door. They're no longer active in the neighborhood. Now they're paying the price on living noise.
Okay. Theo?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Well, there's a gentleman
Hold on,
who
Rusty.
has a new business where the 1917 Bistro was. He's put a couple of $100,000 into it and hasn't had an opportunity.
Your phone is chopping. Theo, your phone is chopping.
Wow.
Hold
Is
on.
that better?
Hold on. Let me get Rusty. Rusty.
Yes.
Okay. You hearing the conversation?
I am, and it's an interesting one because there's a similar occurrence going on in Deep East Oakland where they decided to install a bus rapid transit, which means that the bus stops are placed further apart. There's now only, Billy, let me take you back, Mr. Peabody in the way, way back machine.
Okay.
International Boulevard is East 14th now. East 14th is not
now
International Boulevard.
Yes, yes.
Well, all in Deep East Oakland, they now have this bus rapid transit. So you only have one lane in each direction going down East 14th. When they've been involved in the construction, as Theo was saying, these local businesses are dying.
Yes.
And they've offered them, again, I'm listening to Theo and I'm saying, wow, she must have visited Oakland.
That's right.
Because they're now giving grants and subsidies to the business owners because of the loss of foot traffic, the loss of drive-by traffic.
Mm-hmm.
However, I believe it's their intent to drive those businesses out.
Talk to me. Yes, yes.
That way they can bring in new businesses that they feel match the image that they want to project now of Deep East Oakland.
Yes.
And so I would say to your caller, Theo, that she should be very aware, because I heard her say gentrification. And we think of gentrification only in housing, but it's also in businesses and business ownership.
And Rusty, let us do a quickie, and then Otis has something he needs to say. That street, East 14th Street.
Yes.
Can you give our audience an understanding as to how East 14th Street became International Boulevard?
Oakland has, for several years, wanted to change its image. And the interesting thing about International Boulevard, East 14th, my father used to own a record store on that street back in the late 50s, early 60s. So it was a street where you had a lot of black-owned businesses, but you also had some Asian-owned businesses as well. But it was a predominantly black community and where we had a lot of viable businesses. Well, as they decided to want to change the image of Oakland, as Deep East Oakland deteriorated, as the housing became run down, as the schools became underperforming, those businesses did not provide all of the goods and services that the local residents needed, they wanted to change the image. So they changed the image to International Boulevard because there was a more of an influx of Hispanics and Asians along with African Americans. So this was just semantics to try to change people's perception of a neighborhood.
Okay, hold on, Otis.
Yes, that's the reason why
Front door.
Our nonprofit Citizens with Challenges is bringing Rusty and one of his partners in. We're also bringing Mark Hatchard, who's born and raised in Africantown, degree from Morehouse, MBA in marketing from Clark, and he worked for Amazon, used to work for Microsoft, to bring them in to do investments, African-American investments in Africantown.
Okay.
And bringing someone from another part of the country, like Rusty, give us a perspective that we don't realize we're the lone soldier out here and how each of us are doing things to take back our communities.
Okay, hold on. Theo.
Yes, you want to talk about taking a community. You have Canadians coming into this area working. They have work visas. There's all the complaint about the Mexicans wanting to invade the United States. That's an interesting word that the president uses. It's been stated that in 1 month as they tracked him, he said that word 2,000 times. So much for propaganda. But here in the city of Detroit, County of Wayne.
Theo, hold on. I got to go real quickly to a break. I've got to make a quick change. Family, you stay with us. We have another guest that we're getting ready to bring on immediately. So, Mr. T, as soon as you get an opportunity, we can make this switch over, please. And this is the Billy Jones Talk Be Jones show, so continue to watch, and we'll be back right after this switchover, how I call it. Oh, this is such a wonderful, great time to be here today. And once again, let's go directly with my guest so we get the time to get him to talk real quickly. And my special guest, none other than State Rep Isaac Robinson. Sir, glad that you're here.
Good morning, Mr. Jones.
Yes, sir. Okay, there you go. Mr. Robinson, Mary Barber.
Yes, good morning.
Okay, I have State Rep Mr. Isaac Robinson here, and I want to present, before he gets started, I want to present to him, what you call this, the San Francisco sauce?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Robinson, I have for you the barbecue grill version of that San Francisco sauce, and I also have for you that San Francisco sauce spicy for you.
And it's gluten-free.
And it's gluten-free. Talk to him. I'll tell you what, now when you come back again, we're going to let Mr. State Rep speak to you about that San Francisco sauce. And as I mentioned to you before, Snoop Dogg's personal chef is raving about this sauce. How about that? But I just want to let you know it's here for you. And
Warren G. was here this weekend, I think.
Was he?
Yeah, with T. Money Green, who helped produce Let It Ride with Dr. Dre, some of George Clinton's stuff.
Okay.
And they had a big party at the Russell Complex. They packed out the North End. It was unbelievable. They were charging people $25 parking over on Oakland and Clay.
Okay, okay.
and we needed some of this hot sauce.
Well, I'll tell you what, this is yours.
All right.
So you can take it, use it.
When is
wherever
was her Miss Barber?
Yes.
When's she coming to Detroit?
Brother, y'all be talking about like it's somebody, as though it's just right around the corner. You know, I mean.
But we planned it ahead of time. We get a nice discount on the flight, and then we get the.
Now remember, discount for you may not be big enough discount for us.
Well, I'm not president. I'm just state rep.
Okay.
I'm on me. And Mr. Mathis will share our budgets as commissioner, and state reps are too big.
Real quickly, you did a press conference. Want to hit us up and tell us what that was about?
Well, the press conference we did last Monday was to promote Hug Detroit Day. We're going to have a really big community event. Jazz vocalist Sky Covington and Detroit businesswoman Sheila Everett Hale for 7 years. They've organized a coming together focused on peace and love. It's an all-day concert and block party, and it's going to be Sunday, August 25th from 11 a.m. to midnight. From 8 to midnight, there's going to be some house music DJs.
Okay.
They're going to have an outside stage with jazz, funk. Tim Ellerby's performing, The Love Project. This is one of the flyers. And they're going to have free workshops, acting, storytelling, African drumming, belly dancing, aerobic exercise. Some of the house DJs featuring Nikki O, Mike Agent, X Clark, Eric Spleece, Salar Anzari, DJ Dis Detroit, Norrin Talley, Alton Miller, Sheila and her husband Phil. They're going to play some blues and jazz. And we're going to have a free dinner provided by the Islamic Center of Detroit at 5 p.m. for children and adults. And that's right at the corner of Oakland and Milwaukee.
And it says that this year's ambassador, is that the same event?
Yep, that's me.
Detroit Day?
Yeah, that's me.
That's you?
Yep, and we're going to pass out book bags. So if people still want to bring some donations that day, any child that comes, hopefully with an adult.
I'd like to ask you about the book bag drive. You having a book bag drive, or you have the book bags already?
Both. So the more we collect, the more we give out.
If someone wanted to donate or help you with the book bag drive or donations, where and how would they contact the person?
Well, they can text me preferably at 313-739-5093. We actually, when we know about other people who have book bag drives, we try to help them. Like we took 100 book bags over to a senior citizen who does an annual event over in the Midtown area. She has a whole network of families that she helps.
Okay.
And so we're doing another one over there in Woodward Village this Saturday. So we're collecting and just trying to support as many of these drives as possible. But my cell phone is 313-739-5093. We have, and we have for one drive with the Woodward Village Association, we already have 50 book bags, but we're trying to put extra stuff in it. I have a coloring book I have from the state of Michigan I'm putting in it. But, we're doing the best we can, and it's all positive.
All right. Mary?
Yes.
I wanted you to hear the fact that thank you very much for getting the San Francisco sauce to me. And I'm going to actually do some ribs tomorrow because I wanted to make sure that the state rep got his before I start popping mine open and started using it. And so I'll have my ribs on tomorrow. I want to let you know that I'm not the greatest grill master. In fact, I'm a real rookie. But I tell you what, with this sauce, from what I've seen about the sauce, as a rookie on the grill, I can be great with the San Francisco sauce. Okay, Barry, thank you. Anything you want to add before you go?
No. Yes, I would like to add it. This is only 5 calories per teaspoon. It's healthy for you. It's a healing turmeric in it. It works with your body. And it's the best dipping sauce of the Bay, and it will be the best condiment in the continent in your kitchen.
Whoa! Talk to me, Mary.
Yes.
Well, I'll tell you.
I'd like to thank you for your.
Go ahead.
For your airtime, and I'm looking forward to hearing how you enjoyed the sauce next Sunday.
It's a sauce with a S-A-U-S-E.
Yes.
Okay. So, Mary, you get ready to start shipping some sauce this way pretty quickly, okay? Because I'm sure as we talk about it and get the state rep talking about it, people are going to be talking about, oh, I got a house in San Francisco sauce.
We want to have her come here and talk to young high school students about what it takes to do a business. And then we can maybe get some other local barbecue chicken and rib places. Maybe we have a little competition, have some fun, but also inspire our young generation how they can have their own business. And I think it's just let's pick a date in the future, figure out how to get you here. And
speaking of that, let me bring in. Thank you, Mary.
Let me thank him. I would absolutely love to come to Detroit and speak to the young children. I thank you for your invitation. One more last thing, Billy.
Yes, sir.
For those
Yes,
who
ma'am.
are listening, you can go to www.sfsauce, that's sauce with an S.com, and order your sauce today.
Now, ask me this. Billy Jones, were you Jones size? And I'm going to ask you, Mary, were you a Jones size student of mine?
Absolutely. I was your student. Billy Jones, were you Jones size? Let me ask you that first.
Yes, with over thousands. And when I tell people that I'm out here in Detroit, been here since 2004, when I tell people I have thousands of clients, thousands of members, etc., Mary, am I lying?
No, you're not. No, you're not.
If you see my belly, I have not been Jones size yet. I've been supersized.
Oh, he's a great guy. Mary, we're gonna let you run. So time running down. We'll talk to you later.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
All right.
Hey, Rusty.
Yes, sir.
We've got Isaac Robertson. We've got State Rep Isaac Robertson here. You guys can communicate for a minute, then come back to Theo.
Chief of Staff is here from Oakland, California.
That's right. Go ahead, Rusty.
How's everything?
He's speaking to you.
Oh, it's going good. I got my homework. I got an email from you. I haven't read it yet, Honorable Chief of Staff for the former mayor of Oakland, California, but I've appreciated the time you gave me on a couple phone calls to talk about how we can work together and exchange ideas for Detroit and Oakland.
Not a problem. And the proposal that I sent you, I'm also going to send to Otis. And I've been meaning to call Otis, so I'm glad he's on now, so that he'll be aware that we got something for him.
Okay.
So, Billy.
Yes.
Let me say this.
Okay.
And I can only say it the way I understand it.
Do it, bro.
Okay.
Do it.
On some level, in some way that I don't understand, the Lord is bringing us all together.
That's right.
To work on things to benefit our community.
That's right.
Okay?
That's right.
Now, when you reached out to me, man, I had no idea that we were going to wind up traveling down this road.
That's right.
But I'm grateful for the platform that you have. I'm grateful for the opportunity to meet people like State Rep Robinson and Otis and for us to work together collectively to do something to benefit our people. It's time that we turn to each other and not on each other. And it's time for us to realize, and hear me real good, that before there was this magical panacea called integration, on a per capita basis, we had more black millionaires.
Well, Chuck, Rusty, Chuck Johnson, right?
Yes, sir.
And you can verify that I'm trained and mentored and whooped by Mr. Chuck Johnson. So when I come to this microphone, I've been talking to this community about why is that we can't come together, why we can't do this. I'm listening to the other hosts. I'm listening to the other leaders. I'm listening to the other folks out here, and I'm tired of the shucking and the jiving. So it's time to step to the microphone and pull these things together. And with Mr. State Rep Isaac Robertson, and we have Mr. Otis Mathis, and you coming together like glue, just right off the top, because you guys are not shucking and jiving. So we're going to show our community, our folk, from Oakland all the way to Detroit, and Detroit all the way to Oakland, how it can be done. I don't have the ability to do the things the way the State Rep, Otis, or Rusty can do. But by bringing you guys together and letting you guys work together, we're going to get some things done, and we're going to show folks this is how we are able to make progress, family. Hold on, Russ. Go ahead, sir. You want to speak?
Just a few weeks ago, I announced that I'm going to be drafting legislation to expunge marijuana convictions.
Yes.
And we want to do it in a way where we also get people released from prison. People are making money off marijuana. There's no way people should still be sitting in prison for the same activity people are making money off of. Mary Waters, former House Democratic floor leader, has agreed to chair a task force. If anyone's interested in serving on it, please contact me. She's assembling lawyers and others.
You want them to text you?
Yeah, they can text me, and the bill hasn't been drafted yet, and I need people's help to guide it. We want it to be the best bill possible. You know, the procedure on how people actually get the expungement, what administrative body handles it. Is it a commission? Is it going to a judge? We want to think through this, and we're doing the research around the country and how it's been done in other states. But I've seen in other states it hasn't really been as expansive as my bill is seeking to be, because we want to also expunge felonies to where possible. And so Mary Waters is actually, I think, having a meeting tomorrow, so on Monday. So if you're interested in getting involved with our efforts on the expansive expungement of marijuana convictions, please reach out.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. And that contact information is.
Yeah, my cell phone is 313-739-5093. Text message is the best way. I also have an office in Lansing. My staff member's name is Dawn, who answers the phone, 517-373-1008.
Okay. Theo?
Yes.
You're back.
Oh, thank you. I just wanted to share, and particularly since State Rep Isaac Robinson is with you today, that as we talk about coming up with employment in this city.
Clear your phone. Theo, clear your phone again. Clear your phone again.
Almost 7,000 of them coming in this area. So while people are trying to beat up on the Mexicans, you need to pay attention to what's coming from Windsor, Canada.
Okay, so you're saying that we kind of your phone was kind of choppy. You're saying that people coming from Canada?
Absolutely. Almost 7,000 of them are coming over here from Canada, yes.
Okay. And so now, let's put a bow on this Livernois Avenue of Fashion. At this point, what is your last thoughts on that?
Well, that the business owners on Livernois need to collectively put together a commercial, and we know that staff there at WHPR, WHPS are very, very good about drafting commercials and the best price in the city. And you talk about driving customers to the Avenue of Fashion to assist in keeping those business owners in place.
Okay. Well, we'll
Working
see.
with WHPR would do it.
Well, we'll see what type of collective bargaining for a commercial or commercials, and where will they go? Where will they go? Will they come to their home base here, or will they run to something that somebody else has put together and put some black folks on the airwaves? But we'll find out. We'll see. But anyway, thank you very much, Theo. Appreciate you so very much. You want to stay and listen to the end?
Sure.
Okay, thank you. Rusty?
Yes.
You're back.
Well,
got about 2 minutes.
Let me say this. I look forward to coming there. Otis, I'm going to call you either later today or tomorrow so that we can solidify a date. I have talked to Michael Hudson. He's excited about coming. And I'd like to get an agenda before we get there so that I can send you materials in advance so that we hit the ground running.
Sounds
I don't
good.
want to get there and you know, start to pontificate about what's going on. Let's share resources right now so that when the plane lands and we get picked up, man, let's do it.
Running.
And I'm excited.
You know, I mean, that sounds like that professional athlete that you was. And, hey, once you was a professional athlete, you're always a professional athlete, and your drive is there. And, again, there are so many avenues that you can bring, and will bring to this station, to this company, to the world through the Talk Beat Jones show. And I appreciate you and got mad bro love for you. And tell my folks back home, I said I miss them, I love them, but I'm at home in Detroit now.
I got you.
Okay, Russ, hold on, please.
All right.
State Rep.
I think we need to support businesses across Detroit, and not just Livernois. I mean, we have the businesses in the 48217 People's Bakery, and we don't have to always travel far to support businesses. Maps Lounge on 7 Miles. We have numerous abandoned corridors, and I want people's ideas legislatively. You know, if they can give $700 million to Quicken Loan for credits, what type of incentives and programs are we doing for long-time residents in Detroit for their small businesses? So there's a whole conversation there. I'm exploring and trying to make the Michigan Economic Development Corporation more transparent, and I have some legislation that I'm working on to do that. They give out millions and millions of dollars to grants to developers from other states with no input from the public. They have pots of money, these strategic funds, and it's terrible. And I do have one bright spot. On Monday, I'm having a press conference with the West Grand Boulevard Collaborative, and it'll be the first community benefits agreement titled it with a developer.
Wow.
And you know, we had to put a little pressure on the developer because they're getting all this money and helping the government. But
would you say that again, because that's hot?
Yeah.
I mean, just we got about a minute or two.
The Sugar Law Center, D4, the West Grand Boulevard Collaborative, Grasso Holdings out of Philadelphia. We've negotiated with the help of the Sugar Law on this. Mildred Robbins, the first ever community benefits agreement in the history of Detroit, titled Community Benefits. My mother helped have 2 agreements with Henry Ford Hospital, but they were letters of understanding.
Yes.
So, and we've had success actually getting Detroiters hired, and this is the leadership supporting Mildred Robbins, generational resident who's lived near the hospital for decades. And my position is, and I told them, you got 2 choices. The appropriations people in Lansing are going to think you're a jerk, or we're going to know that you're respecting the community. And that's just the 2 choices you have. And elected officials, we have a lot of power.
Yes.
If we went to Gilbert with a little bit more oomph
or
illich, then we could find out what the community needs in these benefits. We can't just pour our tax dollars at people without having a little respect for the community.
Right.
Something.
We've got to get behind you, my brother. We've got to get behind you because, you see, you're having that vision to lead, and that's what this city, that's what this county, this country, we need that type of person in charge of being in office.
My mother's trained me just to listen to the people. Don't go in there trying to explain why the corporation gets to get this and get that. Listen to the people that elect you. I wasn't elected by Henry Ford Hospital. I wasn't elected by a developer from Philadelphia, and I told him, I don't know who you are.
Yes, yes.
But we're going to have an event Monday at 11 a.m. at the Gamma Phi Delta Sorority National Headquarters, 2657 West Grand Boulevard. Mother Joanne Watson is going to be there because we're riding on her leadership for many years, and others, Otis Mathis, and many years who have pushed for community benefits and different names. And people have won community benefits before this agreement. They just had different names.
Got it.
You know,
Got
Mr. Mathis, Mr. Carter
got
funds for the
got
rec
about
center.
40,
I'm just saying, but
seconds.
it's historic because it's the first agreement signed, sealed, delivered, titled community benefits.
We're going to have you back again so that you can go ahead and give us some continuous updates to your actions, because the people want to know what type of leadership have we put in office. Not just shucking and jiving folk, people just saying things to hear themselves say some things to get people excited. But what are you really, truly doing? That's what we want to know. So, Mr. Isaac Robinson, State Rep, you're that man that's moving forward, making some things happening.
Well, I'm one, and I appreciate the opportunity from the citizens of Detroit, and I have Hamtramck in there.
Okay, okay. Well, with that,
there's some Polish food,
okay,
and about 27 others.
You say some Polish food?
Well, they got everything: Bengali American, Yemeni American. We got everything going on in Detroit and Hamtramck.
Okay. Hey, stay with us because we're going to continue to bring you this wonderful, great information again, uncut, no chaser, straight live truth on the Billy Jones Talk B. Jones Show. Remember, we're on the air every Sunday from 8:30 to 10 live, and then most times on Sundays, repeat broadcasts from 8 to 9:30. Tell your friends if they missed us during the day, check us out at night. Definitely will take care of your heartburn. That's Billy Jones Talk B. Jones Show. You want to say goodbye to your fans?
I don't have no fans, but we're in the struggle together. I'm going to come up with a nice closer. I'm going to think about it before 2 weeks from now.
All right. Thank you very much. Rusty?
Yeah.
Got to go.
Gotta go, baby.
Hey, see you back next week. And Mr. Mathis says that he's looking forward to receiving your call, okay?
Okay, look forward to it.
All right. Theo? We're going to listen for information about that commercials from the Avenue of Fashion folks.
She's worried about the Canadians? What's she talking about?
Yeah, what she's talking about.
I'm just being silly.
Theo? Well, she's
9
gone.
a.m. tomorrow morning right here on WHPR HPS.
Okay, thank you.
9 a.m. to 10:30 a.m.
That's Theo
I
Brothers.
love you, Theo.
Thank you.
I'm going to take you to Windsor for dinner and see what's going on over there. Get your passport.
All right.
The Canadians are coming. The Canadians are coming. The Canadians are coming.
You see the Red Wings ain't doing good.
Okay. Well, thank you very much. Love you, okay?
I love you too.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye.
Family, we love you. And again, this is Billy Jones, Talk B. Jones, on Sundays, 8:30 to 10. Check us out. We'll be there for you. Bye now. You wouldn't have to go anywhere because this is the Talk B. Jones. And
You're watching WHPS, Highland Park, Detroit. The views and opinions expressed on the following show are not necessarily the views and opinions of WHPS, its affiliates, management, or sponsors.
We have an array of products to assist you in all your beauty or body needs. Do you want curly, soft, beautiful hair? Well, try our Relaxer line, designed to leave your hair soft, silky, and full of body. Or would you like beautiful, straight, shiny, long-lasting hair? Well, try our Cherry or Extreme Hold Spritz. With our Cream Shine, it's guaranteed to give you that look you want. How about dry, achy feet or legs that you can't seem to keep moisturized? Well, try our African Shea Butter Foot Lotion. We have many products to help you with all phases of your beauty and body needs. For a full list of all our products, please visit our website at www.aeasysilk.com or call us at 313-277-2319.
right now, we want to let you know that this is the Hair Doctor Show. And we want to let you know that the Hair Doctor Show is sponsored by African Easy Silk Hair and Skin Products and Days Joppery. Is that right, sir?